sure to all of us defense coaches, for sure, and I'm sure I want to speak for Coach Fisher, but I know how he is, and it means a lot to all of us. But getting back to the other question about Bob too, so with going up there, it will be strange in certain ways to play in Norman. In that I followed that program so close, and I've watched them play many times, but ironically, I've never seen a game in their home stadium, so that'll be the first time. So.
You got good seats.
Yeah, that's right. It'll be kind of fun.
Coach,
yeah.
Coach Brett Buell from the FSU. Just kind of stepping away from football for a second. What are your first impressions of living in the Tallahassee community, and how receptive has the community been to both you and your family?
Yeah, it's been tremendous. I've always heard that there's great people here, and I've witnessed that firsthand. My family's now down here. My wife and I and my son, we're expecting another child here in July. So everything's going as smooth as can be as far as moving in and all that. But the people have been tremendous. I really enjoy living in Tallahassee, and it's great so far.
Coach Ashley Gurman, Seminoles.com. Historically, FSU has been known for their defense. Do you feel like there's any sort of pressure to get it back to where it used to be?
Well, I think there's always pressure, but most of that comes from yourself as a coach, and you want it to deliver, for your team, and for the defense and for these players, and just again getting back to walking in here and just seeing them, we all want more, and there'll be great pressure, but most of that's put on yourself, wanting to deliver for these kids in this program, but again, embrace the past history, and it's something we're going to strive for, to be back in the top of college football.
Coach, I'll throw one out to you. Coach Fisher talked about the relationships in the college coaching ranks with how the fact that he worked with Bo at LSU and how some of that played, and of course you and Bo and the Pelini boys, I guess, and the Stoops boys grew up together at Cardinal Mooney and Youngstown. You talk about that relationship and how that kind of helped played a role in bringing some of this, the opportunity together.
Yeah, I think, you're right. I mean, Coach Fisher, I think as he looked, for a defensive coordinator, I think he obviously would look to some guys that he had worked with in the past, before that Coach Saban and Coach Pelini and all those people. But I think what we do defensively is very similar to some of the things Bo's doing there at Nebraska, his brother Carl. But yeah, we grew up, with the Pelinis. Bo and I grew up together. We've been very close friends, practically like family, like brothers. So familiar with those guys and what they do, and it definitely probably helped get me here in certain ways.
You talked about the fresh start that kids can have with new staff members. Can you reflect on, you don't have to name individuals if you want, but like times where a guy maybe kind of languished and then a new staff comes in, and can that light turn on sometimes?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think, things happen. I mean, players come in as young players, and sometimes maybe they get in a little bit of a doghouse, whether it be, not handling things right, whether it be off the field or academically or, on the field, things. And, I believe this is a good situation in that, I think the players are ready to start over. I know as a defensive staff, we're ready to just start from the ground up. So I definitely think it can help. I know several players have talked to me and embraced the situation, and of course, they're going to have to prove themselves. Nothing's going to be given to these kids, and I think they know that. And Coach Fisher is very strong and very demanding that way, and we're going to be the same way defensively. You're going to have to earn your way. We're going to love each and every one of them and embrace each and every one of them, but they're going to have to earn their way to get playing time. One thing, that we're not entitled to anything. Just because of the past history and just because of the things that went on here, doesn't mean that we're going to roll out there with a new staff. They could run 2 or 3 or 4 defensive staffs through here, and we're going to have to earn our way. And football gets down to making plays, and we're certainly going to put them in a position to be successful and help them, play, but they've got to get down and they make the calls correct. You could call a lot of defensive plays and a lot of different calls and a lot of different schemes if the players play well. And, so.
And Jimbo mentioned when his official announcement of the ceremony that the first time he met with us that he's going to be involved on the defense. He's not going to just focus on the offense. How has that gone so far? And I mean, does he come into your guys' meetings? How does that relationship?
Well, I believe, from what I've seen so far, Coach Fisher will, want to touch each and every aspect of this program and have some influence in each and every part of this program. We're going to be, we welcome that, and I welcome that. To be quite honest, there probably hasn't been enough time for him to get in there on the defensive side yet. But, he knows what he wants and the type of defense he wants. And, if we're not getting it done, then he'll be involved and we'll adhere to that.
So can you talk about just how you interacted with players at Arizona and how you plan to interact with players here at Florida State, maybe not even on the practice field, but away from the practice field?
Yeah, I think it's important now to have an open relationship with these players. I think they, I believe in my heart that they have to trust you, in all ways, and they have to know that you're there for them. And that's the way I'm going to be. And I'm going to be very demanding, critical of their mistakes. You have to be honest. I'm not going to always tell them what they want to hear. But you have to be honest and be direct. But I think down deep they have to know you care about them. And I think over time they'll feel that from myself. And certainly like being close to these guys when you can. Off the field. I like having my family around, having them, know my wife and my child and see my boy at practice and interact with him. And I think that's all important. I think it's important to have them over your house and have them over for dinner and just see a different side of you.
Coach, do you think with the massive struggle that the defense had last year that could actually sort of